that air once upon a time didn't exist?
I'd be open to hear what you have to say about like the creation.
Okay, awesome.
Because I'm still not 100% sure on it.
Okay, no problem. The point that I was trying to get to, Will, was that there is nothing in our daily life that we believe sporadically comes into existence.
Yeah.
And if we sit down and we reason, there has to be something.
Yeah.
An existence.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm saying is with the water, I can't say, oh, from this water I can create a watch, because the water doesn't have the compounds.
Yeah.
It's just two hydrogens and an oxygen. Those, if for example I can make hydrogen from it, I can make oxygen from it, but I cannot make metal from it. That can, help me make a watch. So my point, Will, is that if we accept that there is an existence, then it presupposes that if there is power, there is will, there is consciousness around us, therefore it makes sense that the existence or the first cause also has these points as well.
No, I agree with you.
And will, it also makes sense that that thing, it's cool. I mean, I started it off in it, now it's going to keep. So what also makes sense here now is that, let's just say, if a thing was there, but then it required something else to make it, then that is not the beginning. Then that other thing is the beginning. So there needs to be the end. A first cause. So that first cause is conscious. It's the beginning.
I agree.
And it's not subject to time and space, because we know about Big Bang and time and space started with the Big Bang. We know it has free will, it has consciousness, it has power. So will, that is our definition of God. And
I can get behind that.
So in the Quran, right at the end, you pick up any chapter, any book of the Quran, any copy of the Quran, right at the end, it says, and I'll be able to summarize it, which you spoke to a Christian, they'll be telling you about a triune God and stuff like that. The thing, Will, is the kind of philosophy behind Islam is, because it's for everybody, Will, it has to make sense to everybody. Especially the foundation. Especially the beginning. That the foundation of education is A for apple, B for banana, C for cat, D for dog, W for will. So the foundation has to make sense. If I start telling my man who's little, bambino, telling him about quantum mechanics and quarks and stuff like that, he's gonna think, what on earth is going on? I want my mummy. So the foundation we believe in is, say he is God the One, the independent. The independent. He does not beget, nor is he begotten.
What is that?
So that means he does not beget, like he doesn't give birth. And he wasn't given birth to. And there is none like him. That's all it is.
I can get behind that.
Excellent. So that's, as a Muslim, we believe that's the definition of God. So here you'll get some people that will come and they will say, yeah mate, I'm God. And then we will use this barometer. And we'll say, does your claim of being God measure up to this criteria? Okay, cool. Now, Will, logically, common sense, does it make sense that this creator who's created us, which of the two options makes sense? He's created us, he's powerful, he has will, he's created such design and intricacy and ecosystems. I mean, it's pretty phenomenal, no?
I agree.
Like, even if you look at the homing instinct of a pigeon, the echolocator system of a bat, the blood pressure control system in the neck or in the brain of a giraffe, it's phenomenal. So does it make sense to you, Will, that on the one hand, he created us and he just abandoned us and he just disappeared despite being all knowing, all hearing, all seeing? Or he created us and he maintained contact with us?
So the way I see it is like we are him, but it's not in a sense where I think I'm any more him than you, or I don't think God has a gender, you know what I mean? But it's like, so his way or her way of keeping in contact with us is like through giving all of us our lives, and then that's how we have like free will. Because I don't see like, I don't see much point in like God being up there, but then because he wants us to have free will, he can't intervene at all. Like, I don't see the point in that. It's more like through giving us our lives, me and you can have a conversation, like we can do whatever we want, you know what I mean? And that's how he, I don't know. What do you think about it?
What I would say to that, Will, is you've contradicted the notion you've already accepted of God, which is he is one, he's independent, he does not beget, nor is he begotten, and there's none like him. So when you then claim that, yes, I agree, that makes sense logically, however, I'm God, I will do the same thing that I promised you, I will check you and I with that barometer, and we both fail according to that barometer.
But
do you see?
But I think, so we agreed that God is like,
he's the one,
has power.
No,
like,
so we accepted these attributes of God, but we said the barometer or the pH or the test is he is the one. Are you the one and only?
So I think that all of us are part of him, but we all add up to become it, or whatever gender you want to refer to it as. Like, we all become that being, and so therefore in that moment we are all one.
Okay.
So in a sense, like,
interesting. So I'm going to bring the barometer again. So the second, you by the end, you will have memorized the barometer as well.
Okay.
So then the second point of the barometer, so first I said he is the one. Second is he is independent.
What does that mean?
Independent meaning that he does not depend on anybody. Like he doesn't require power from anybody, he doesn't require help from anybody, he doesn't require somebody to create him. He is one. And unlinked from everybody. So independent in the sense that, like, if someone's God, like in the Bible it says God created earth or everything in 6 days. On the seventh day he took a rest. Now, Will, God that's taking a rest on the seventh day doesn't like, if I'm going through some madness in my life, Will, somebody comes to me and...
What if I have a cigarette?
Go for it.
Okay. But we can keep talking.
So so if I then say, Will, that I'm going to pray to God, and if I'm praying to God, how do I know he's listening to me, or he's not taking a nap, or he's not relaxing or resting?
I'm going to listen to God, how do I know?
I'll say that again. So if I'm praying, I want God to answer my prayers, isn't it? But if I'm praying to God and God is resting, why am I praying to him?
Well,
do you see?
Do
you see the contradiction here?
But I don't agree with that definition of God, of him like being in the sky. I more think that, like, if I was to pray, it sounds really stupid, but I would effectively hear my own, I think effectively it's on you to, we all have each other to help each other, right? But the only person who can like really help us is ourselves, kind of.
But that doesn't contradict the notion of God, by the way, It's coming back to the independent thing. It has to, because by definition God is the first. He is the all-powerful. Superlative. So you can't be all-powerful. Don't you think it's contradictory when somebody says, oh yeah, God is all-powerful, but on the seventh day he took a rest?
I suppose if he's all-powerful, he can do what he wants, though, right?
Even something that is, like I say, Will, if I say I'm all-powerful, Will, and then you're like, all right, push me, and I push you and I can't do that, does that make me all-powerful?
What do you mean?
So all-powerful by definition means I have unlimited strength. And a way of measuring it is you're saying push me then. Push me that I lose balance, and I push you and I can't do that. Can I then hold the title of all-powerful?
Unless you chose not to push me to not hurt me or something. I don't know, or if you, I don't know.
The reason I would push back to that, Will, is because we have language, isn't it? And with language, if we start saying, yeah, he's all powerful, but he's not all powerful.
Well, this is like, there's that contradiction about like, can God lift? What is it? It's something to do with a rock. Have you heard this one?
I have, yeah.
It's like can God make a rock that he can't lift?
Yeah.
Because it's like, if he can't create the rock in the first place, he's not all powerful because he can't create the rock. But if he can create the rock and he can't lift it, he's not all powerful because he can't lift the rock.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a paradox built into existence.
Yeah. Well, if you start saying that, then your daily life will become a paradox in itself.
Yeah.
You won't be able to live.
Yeah.
Because somebody will be able to say anything to you, and yeah, this is the best company, but it's not the best company.
Yeah.
Oh, he's truthful, but he's not truthful.
Yeah.
And then you go about living life where words don't have meanings.
Yeah.
And that we then go to absurdities.
Yeah.
Do you see? So if somebody is saying, I'm all powerful. All powerful by definition, by a dictionary, has to assume that you are all powerful. The example that you gave was that, okay, you gave a thought experiment.
Yeah.
That's actually a thought experiment.
Yeah.
But our response to the thought experiment is, God does not do things that are unbefitting of His Majesty. Like, God wouldn't do, it's like, oh, can the Queen come to Tesco and go on cashier?
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, but can the Queen she wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
So, look, anyone can say these kind of paradoxical statements, but I honestly believe, Will, it's a cop-out. Reason being...
I agree.
Yeah, like in our daily life, if someone is all-powerful...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all-powerful means all-powerful. Like, he can do anything. If I go to Sainsbury's and Sainsbury's is selling milk, and I go in there, and then I go, where's the milk? They're like, we don't sell milk.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on here? So the point that I'm trying to say, Will, in order to get anything done, what you have to do is, you have to accept a basic understanding of language, of logic, and I would even argue your experience as well.
Yeah.
That's why God, in the Quran, invites us to reflect.
Yeah.
He says reflect, ponder.
Yeah.
And the thing, Will, is that sometimes I think we're disingenuous in this regard.
Yeah.
Like, we'll say, you know what, I believe that God is independent, He's the everlasting, eternal, blah, 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 but we contribute to God. That then means if we didn't contribute to God, that means God is lacking, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Then that being is no longer a God. He's a fraud.
Yeah, I think the thing is, so I don't think that it's necessarily predestined it will happen a certain way. I think in order for, like, I don't know, I guess in order to, like, I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but like, say for example, free will, right? You could have, or I could have the free will to murder you, right? But I'm not going to do it because it would hurt you, right? So I feel like free will is what kind of gets in the way of like certain things being able to happen, because I feel like there's negative consequences to those things if we build the system that way.
We can get to free will.
Yeah.
Free will is a thing in itself, and we can get to that.
Yeah.
Initially though, Will, coming back to this point, to believe in a God that's lacking, by definition, doesn't make it a God. That's why I will use the barometer, the second point, which is He is independent. Do you see? Yeah, so He is one, He's independent, He does not give birth and He's not given birth to, and there is none like Him. And it's that last part of the barometer that I would bring in. It's alright. I'd bring in that last part of the barometer. I know you're trying to do it there, but No, I know. So, and there is none like Him, Will. For example, if I am creating, for example, you made that Rizzler, Is that Rizzler?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did. Does that mean that the Rizzler has to have qualities like that? Does it have to be like a human?
No.
So God, some people say, oh, God created us, therefore he needs to be similar to a human being as well.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because just because you're making something, if I'm making a piece of art, does that mean I am the paint, I am the canvas, I am the brush?
I agree with you.
So in that sense, Will, the God is separate from us. We're not talking about sky or whatnot at the moment, Will. We're just talking about an existence that is all powerful, all seeing. And it needs to be separate from us. And you're saying that makes sense?
I don't...
Like from the definition of God being the superlative of everything and not depending on us.
I don't know why. I feel like if you say we're all God, then God doesn't depend on us because we depend on ourselves, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I guess what would happen is, that's why initially, like if for example, think of it this way, Will, you're bodybuilder. Come on, and you get first place in the world's strongest man. First place.
Okay.
One. And then you make that clear. Look, I've been training for many years. Come on, one of those ones, And then somebody comes along and say, yes, Will, you worked hard, no problem. And then you get on the stage and they give Will gold medal. He gets the gold medal. Then the guy that came second gets the gold medal. You look over there, you're like, what's going on there? Third place gets the gold medal. You're like, this is there a mistake here? Or are they taking a mick? Fourth place gets gold medal. And they're saying, look, Will, there's 10 people and we're all going to give them the gold medal, first position. You're like, no. It's contradictory. How am I getting first position, but every single person's coming first as well? One is first, isn't it? So the point that I'm trying to, the parallel that I'm bringing here is, on the one hand, we're saying he is the all-powerful. But then again, you've got an all-powerful on earth as well, which is me. Oh, he's the all-seeing. But you're the like, you're not all-powerful.
No.
Because you asked me, and I could tell. You wanted a ciggy. And if you don't get a ciggy, you get a headache, and one of those ones, isn't it? So you're dependent. So how can you be a God, Will, if you're dependent?
So I think it's like we create ourselves to that point. Like or not necessarily create is the right word, but we not really evolve either, but we bridge the gap between the present and the future and the point, and in the future that's what we are.
Do we though?
Huh?
Do we though? Think about it this way.
I hope so.
Think about it this way. Do you agree that the older you get, the weaker you're getting?
Because I could be proven 100% wrong on this.
Of course.
Because I believe that like we are mental, everything is mental. Like I don't think I'm gonna age. I don't think you'll end up aging either.
I think the grey hairs beg to differ.
But I think it's a process we can stop. Or
you think we can stop aging? Interesting.
With our minds as well.
Okay.
Smile2Jannah. I follow you, from Malaysia.
MashaAllah, I love Malaysia. I love the Malaysian people.
I'll let you comment.
Jazakallah, brother. Jazakallah. Take care. Assalamu alaikum, sister. Take care, inshallah. Hope you enjoy yourselves here. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So you're saying we can. So do you agree that we've been around for billions of years, a civilization?
Like 12,000, 14,000.
Okay, interesting. So you're going with the whole Christian perspective that it's only like thousands of years that we've been around, So what about the fossil evidence? How do you reconcile?
I think that's something that basically, if I believe I'm gonna find it, then I'll find it. If I go looking for it, I'll find it. You know what I mean? So like in the sense that tree is not real, it's just like a figment of our imagination, but we both agree that tree is gonna be there, so it will be there.
Okay, I think I know where you're going with this. You're saying we're living in the mind then,
Yeah.
Do you believe in the physical?
to the extent that if someone stabbed me right now, I'd probably be hurt. But I think that, again, that's something we will be able to, like, get beyond.
Okay, so you believe that there's going to be a time in which we don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened before? Has anybody ever reached that?
I guess, like, maybe I would say religious leaders like Buddha, Jesus, people like that.
They've died. Well, we believe Jesus is raised to the heavens, and I think the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims are unanimous in believing that Jesus will come.
Yeah. So I guess it's in a sense where death.
So we believe everyone will die.
Yeah.
Like that's a given.
I agree. I don't enjoy that fact. Well, I think it's necessary. You know what I mean?
But you're also of the opinion that we can cheat death.
We can extend our lives. I think if you.
But you don't think we can cheat death?
I think we come back. It's not permanent. It's like at that point we exist in the purely mental realm, but then we come back to the physical, but then the physical like evolves into the mental.
How are you learning to, like, what do you do to train your mind then? Sure, assuming you do exercises and stuff.
So I guess I would say, like, drugs, I'll be honest, drugs has been an interesting one, like.
Or DMT?
I haven't done DMT, but I've done pretty much everything other than like DMT, crack, heroin, pretty much everything.
What about cocaine?
Yeah.
Cocaine running in my big vein.
Yeah, I've done coke. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know, not that often. It's not
So
my
how
favorite,
did you feel after doing those drugs? Did you feel like you'd accomplished anything, or?
They've caused issues. If that's like, they've definitely caused issues. But I would also say that they've helped me become the person I am today. I don't know.
And what person is that?
I'd like to think I'm an alright person, and I'd like to believe that, like, I help people. I don't know.
That's actually pretty cool. The reason why I'm asking this is it's actually fascinating to see that you've taken the drugs, how they've impacted you, and just unpacking this stuff. Yeah. No, that's awesome. Okay, so Will, would you agree that drugs inherently are destructive rather than constructive? So you think they're good overall?
I think they're whatever you make of them, because I believe that it's basically like an advanced placebo effect. Like, whatever you create in your mind, when you how you imagine it, that's what happens. You know what I mean? So they're neutral, effectively.
All right, let's get to the juicy stuff now.
Yeah. Okay. Shit.
Nah, don't be worried. All I'm saying is that what I wanted to know, Will, was like your experiences so far, and all I'm now going to do is I'm just going to tell you what Islam believes and see what resonates with you, and then you push back whenever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing out of the ordinary. Don't worry. So, in fact, I think you'd find it really fascinating. Because I think this is something that we as Muslims we believe that anybody since the start of time. You've probably done RE. They say, Islam was founded 1400 years ago by a guy called Muhammad, peace be upon him. That's false. It's actually incorrect. It's actually inaccurate, rather. We believe that any prophet that has come since the beginning of time has been a Muslim. Muslim by definition is somebody who submits his will to God. That's our definition of a Muslim, someone who submits. So we believe that, number one, there is a creator.
I agree.
That creator is one, and that creator is independent.
Maybe I don't know about that one. You need to flesh that out a bit more.
So the very simple analogy I give is, if you have one God and then you have another God, then one God is, I
agree that there's not multiple gods.
Okay, brilliant. Because then they start fighting each other, and if they start fighting each other, Clash of the Titans, it's game over, mate. So in that sense, so we believe God is one. We believe also that God didn't just leave us be. He sent revelation. And if you look at all religions and you draw a line of best fit, so you say, okay, let's see what's common in all religions. All religions believe there's prophets. All religions believe that there are books. So what I would then say is, you've got loads of books. You've got loads of prophets. What's the next part of the plan? As a CIA agent said to Bain, I don't know if you've seen Dark Knight. So what's the next part of your plan? And then he says a line that I'm not going to say on camera. So then, the point is that you go to Superdrug. You want to get a shampoo. But there's like 20 different shampoos.
How do you pick?
Exactly. So how do you pick?
That's a very interesting question. I would say it's more so a feeling. You know what I mean? Just like what feels right. I don't know.
Is that how you pick a shampoo?
Kind of. I mean, I think I'll happily look into them and learn about all of them. And I think my own faith, there's a lot of stuff which is borrowed from like other religions.
We're just talking shampoo here.
Okay.
Just talking shampoo.
Okay.
No faith.
Okay.
Just go to Superdrug and get shampoo.
Okay. How do I pick it? Price.
So that's one thing. What else would you consider? Quality. How do you determine quality?
How it feels.
How it feels, but you can't tell in Superdrug how it feels. So
what other people say.
Okay, so based upon testimony. And price based upon its practicality. What else would you say?
Whether it's moral. I mean, that might sound silly for shampoo, but like...
No, I don't think it does.
If they're testing on animals, I don't know. Like,
You know, you said before, I hope my experience has made me a better person. And you say stuff like that, Will, I don't think that's silly. I think that's good, actually. What you're doing is, you're buying shampoo, but you're thinking your process is transcending the shampoo. So I think it's good. Okay, so there's reasons, isn't it? And you've given your reasons. I would say, Will, apply that same methodology or similar methodology to scriptures. So if there's a bunch of scriptures, you got the Vedas of the Hindus, you got the Guru Granth Sahib of the Sikhs, you got the Old Testament of the Jews, New Testament, and so on. So in that sense, Will, coming back to you, what criteria would you say that I need to have these 3 boxes ticked for me to think that this is a book from God?
Moral.
Okay, it has to be moral.
To me, it has to get rid of suffering. I don't know. And then, but I think that's just kind of the same as moral. And then also, I don't know, lead to happiness. The opposite of suffering, you know what I mean? I don't know.
That's your only criteria, yeah?
True.
Has to be true, isn't it? Can't be reading something, it's telling you be a nice person, but it's telling you, pigs fly. You're like, no, they don't. Be a good person. Oh, okay, I agree with that bit, but why are the pigs flying? Can we maybe bring them down for a conversation? Like, how is this happening? It has to be true. What else? Bear in mind, these are older books. So the Quran is 1400 years ago, 1400 years old. The Bible is longer, Vedas is even longer.
I think it has to set out rules, but I think that's again to do with like morality, right? How to live your life, how to reduce suffering, how to increase happiness. I don't know. What would you say?
Okay, now you're more than welcome to disagree with me. First thing, Will, I would say is what you were talking about in terms of truth. I would say that, look, if I've been given a book and you're telling me God said this and it was revealed to the Prophet, can I verify this claim? And I'm telling you, Will, the Christians don't claim that the New Testament dates back to Jesus. It doesn't. You came from the Christian, you can ask them, they don't make that claim. The Jews don't make the claim that they have evidence, both physical, manuscript, all a practical method in which that book has been preserved. Hindus don't make that claim either. Muslims do make that claim.
Yeah.
And we're the only ones that make that claim.
Yeah.
Would you agree that, let's just say, in a time of no printing presses,
Yeah.
everyone's copying books down?
Yeah.
So if I come to you and I'm like, Will, I really like that book, mate.
Yeah.
Get us a copy of that book. You're gonna say, all right, mate, let me get it copied from Dave.
Yeah.
Dave's, head down, Dave starts writing.
Yeah.
So I get a copy.
Change.
It's gonna change.
Yeah.
The Quran, however, is memorized.
Yeah.
It's the only holy book
Yeah.
which is memorized.
I don't know about Buddhism.
It's not memorized. In fact, Buddhism isn't even a religion.
Oh yeah.
They don't believe in deity.
Yeah.
They don't believe there's no scripture per se, and there's two main factions of scriptures and stuff like that. There's a whole discussion there.
Yeah.
So the Quran is the only book that is mass memorized.
Yeah.
Can you guess the youngest child that will have memorized the Quran?
Probably like 4.
Yes?
Yeah.
You believe a 4-year-old has memorized the whole Quran?
I don't know. I know that they have like imams who teach it quite a lot, and so I don't know.
Yeah,
Quite young.
there is a saying of somebody that has memorized at the age of 4. However, the verified ones that are
6?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah.
4, I have heard somebody that has done it at the age of 4.
Yeah.
But if you were to say, oh, where's the proof? Can you send me the article? I would struggle.
Yeah.
The 6th one I can.
Okay.
It's a child from Palestine.
Yeah.
So now, and currently, Will, there's 11 million people that have memorized the Quran.
Pretty cool.
But when it comes to the Bible, there's not a single person.
Really? I might do it. No, I'm joking.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because there's so many different versions of the Bible.
Yeah.
But with the Quran, there's only one version of the Quran.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's different versions of the Bible, different versions of the Vedas, and you've got all these sorts of things. So it fulfills that criteria of truth for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That this is something that can be traced.
Yeah.
And will also manuscripts.
Yeah.
We have the Topkapi manuscript. We've got the Birmingham manuscript.
Yeah.
It's actually in this country.
Yeah.
And you can actually find it.
Yeah.
And that's tracked. You can actually get it from this country.
Yeah.
So Will, one thing that I'm saying is, when it comes to preservation of the Quran, when it comes to the Quran being memorized and being practically preserved, Islam and Muslims stand head and shoulders above the rest.
Okay.
Now, who do you say is the founder of Christianity, according to Jesus? The founder of Buddhism?
Buddha.
What's Buddha's real name?
Siddhartha Gautama.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What language did...
Pali. Wait, are we talking Buddhist? Go on.
No, I was going to say, which language did Jesus speak?
Hebrew?
No.
What was it?
He knew Hebrew,
Yeah.
but he spoke Aramaic,
Oh, okay.
which is the specific language.
Yeah.
The New Testament, do you know what language the New Testament's in?
I would say Hebrew. Is it?
That's the Old Testament.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
So the New Testament's...
No, bless you.
Thank you. The New Testament is in Greek.
Okay.
And do you know what language we read it in?
English.
So Aramaic, do you think Aramaic is a live language?
No, probably not.
Do you think Hebrew is a language that is mass spoken?
Oh, you're going to say Arabic. Because Arabic people... Oh, I know how to say... Marhaban ist will. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on. How did you get that?
I learned it. I was trying to learn Arabic. I mean, that's as far as I got.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, were you traveling to an Arab country or?
I think it was just like, I don't know, appreciation for the culture and just like...
Awesome.
I have like a Muslim friend and
That's
we get on
awesome.
really well. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Arabic is one of the top 5 spoken languages on the planet.
Yeah.
It's a live language.
Yeah.
Hebrew is not in the top 10.
So it's like things get lost in translation, but because Arabic's all the way down. I see your point.
Yeah, so I'm saying that if God is sending revelation, and that revelation is supposed to be for everybody, surely that book has to be accessible by everybody. Surely it needs to be a language you can learn. Surely there needs to be something in there. And also, Will, I'm going to go one step forward.
Okay, let's do it.
So you got Siddharth of Buddhism, you've got Jesus, Christianity, you've got Moses of the Old Testament. Their sayings, how do you verify their sayings? Well, the short answer, you can give an answer.
Experience, your personal experience.
No, let's just say if somebody tells you Moses said this, how would you verify that?
I would just see, like, listen to what he says, apply it to my life, or see if it applies to my life. I don't know.
So don't you believe that in that regard, Will, people can make up stuff that Moses has said? So there's no way, would you agree, of verifying what Moses has actually said, other than taking on good faith?
Yeah, pretty much.
But one thing I would say with regards to sayings of the Prophet, we have an entire science. It's called the chain of transmission. And the chain of transmission is a way of
verifying.
Verifying. It's verifying. Let me know if you get uncomfortable, because I'm seeing you get a bit like jittery. Might be the drugs, but
not the drugs.
Might be one of those. That's why I'm conscious. So let me know, because I'm not going to know how you're feeling and stuff like that. So would you also say that and agree that Islam is the only religion that has a codified practice of verifying the sayings of the one who has given us the Quran?
I would say that
The holy book.
Mainstream religion, but I also feel that, like, through my own personal experience, that's what I believe, so I can verify it through my life.
But bear in mind, if let's just say there is a God, and that God has given us a way of life, and in that way of life there is instructions, then surely, Will, it has to make sense that if Will was to die, Will Jr. should be able to verify those truths for himself, be it empirically, be it philosophically, be it logically. These characteristics have to be there. Would you agree with that?
Maybe. I don't. Maybe not the specifics of the words, but kind of. It sounds.
Sounds good. Okay, let me break it down for you then. All I'm saying, Will, is that Will can say something. But Will Jr. should have his own way of being able to verify what's been said.
I agree.
He shouldn't rely on Will's experience, because that's Will's opinion, Will's worldview. And if we're going to be thrown in hellfire for not believing in something, then that thing has to be testable by everybody.
Go on, expand on that. I find that interesting.
Because look, if I'm saying, look, if you don't believe in this, you're going to go to the hellfire. But then you're saying, okay, but that's your opinion. How do I verify this? I say, okay, check the Quran, check how it's preserved, read the Quran, what does it say, compare the Quran to other books. Okay, done that. The Prophet, okay, you can preserve what the Prophet said, but you can't preserve what the other people have said. Okay, that makes the Prophet Muhammad special. Okay, so I'm more inclined towards Islam. Why? Because anyone, be it if you're in a village in Africa, be it if you come 10 years into the future, you will be able to test what the Quran is saying. You will be able to accept what the Quran is saying on its own merits, not based upon what the average Joe is saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And
how do you test it?
So the Quran, you test it by its claim. So the Quran will give certain claims. The first thing the Quran will say is, you can bring another book like it. If you believe that the Quran is not from God, bring another scripture like it. So that's an open challenge to everybody. Now, at the time the Quran came, the Arabs were masters in Arabic. Not a single person was able to come and bring a satisfactory refutation of this. They weren't
passed out.
No, in the sense that, if, for example, if I write a play, if I write a play, and then tomorrow you say, yo, I can write a play as well. I say, no, my play is special because no one can make another play. You can easily make a play and say, I've made another play, you're a liar. So the Quran says this, that number one, there's the Quran cannot be.
Yeah.
The Quran cannot be changed.
Yeah.
That's obvious, isn't it? That the Quran can't be changed, but sorry, my mind got a bit diverted from what.
What are they doing?
Yeah, it's just sometimes they get a bit excited, isn't it? They just get a bit excited. Yeah. So I'm saying there's certain challenges in the Quran. So people haven't been able to refute this challenge of the Quran. And the third thing that I think will be more applicable to you is there are certain prophecies in the Quran.
Okay.
And those prophecies, you can check yourself, are they verifiable, are they not verifiable? There's prophecies in the Bible. There's one prophecy in particular that predicted that the world would come to an end. And C.S. Lewis said, this is an embarrassment actually. It's an embarrassment. But when it comes to the Quran, there's not a single prophecy that people say, oh, this is an embarrassment or it hasn't happened. The Prophet was able to predict so many things. There's actually so many predictions that the Prophet has made. They have come true. And there's some that I can tell you are coming true now.
I agree.
So prophecies are a way of us measuring this stuff. So Will, not to drag on the conversation too long, what I'm saying is that Islam is the only religion that provides a coherent, cogent, testable method that's not reliable on our individual feelings. Like today, Will, I'm going to be honest with you. You might be here, you know, smoking, you know, doing the Snoop Dogg flex. I've got a friend as well. He used to do weed. And he done it a bit too much. And unfortunately and sadly, he's not in his senses anymore. He doesn't know what's going on. It's too much. So, Will, what I'm saying is, if tomorrow, if let's just say your senses become clouded, how are you going to be able to truly get to the truth? And how are you going to bring other people to the truth?
Just trying to be moral.
But that's what I'm saying. According to you, you know there's certain crimes that take place. And after checking a person's brain anatomy, they realize, oh, the prefrontal cortex was damaged because of that. You don't believe in that? So you don't believe in like going to the doctor and if they give you medicine with regards to certain things?
So I know it sounds silly again, and I'm not trying to be annoying, but I do think it's like placebo.
What about the blind trials? Because blind trials and peer review trials.
It's a good one. I would say it's like probably through maybe something like body, like you project it onto them and then they end up having those effects.
Where did you learn about projection and the counseling and psychology? If you believe it's all a placebo effect.
Just like my own personal experience and like doing some reading and stuff like that.
But what if there's certain books that you will never read in your whole life? Does that mean that you'll end up in the hellfire? Because you said initially that you believe in hell and heaven. So do you believe that not reading certain stuff, and because the way you're making it sound is sporadic, reading certain stuff, but bear in mind that certain stuff is based on science anyway, which you're saying is placebo.
I agree.
So how can you take that stuff seriously?
I think like we all have an experience to share.
Have you ever been run over by a car? No. Would you go and stand in front of a car just to see from experience if you should, or if it's a big government conspiracy?
Probably not.
Why not?
You get hurt.
How do you know?
It's more than likely.
How do you know?
Hurt.
How do you know?
Just from other people's experience, right?
They could be lying.
I'd say it's like a gamble, right? It's about risk. Like, is it worth the risk? I don't know.
Is it worth the risk for you to find truth, or just hurt, or just get hurt? And let's face it,
Yeah.
When you go hospital, it's all in your mind anyway. It's a placebo effect.
Yeah. Are you saying, like, is this saying I should read the Quran to see if it's like...
What I'm saying, Will, is that if you adopt this way of thinking, it's gonna lead you to absurdities. You're not going to be able to live your life rationally and logically based on this fact that science is a placebo, that all of this is, you know, non-existent, it's all in our head. You're, in the end, what you're going to do, Will, when you're high, what's going to happen is you're going to self-sabotage.
Maybe.
That's where the trajectory goes, because when you're living in your head, Will, if you don't feel stuff, then you have to force yourself to feel something. And sometimes when you feel numb, that's why people cut themselves. And that's why, Will, that's the reason why we're having this conversation, because the thing is, I don't want to see you hurt. Look, if you accept Islam, Will, I'm not receiving any monetary benefit from you. Like, let's say it's the first time we met, isn't it? And let's just say we're going our own separate ways. I don't know, I didn't ask where you live, I don't know anything. So there is a genuine concern here. And I'm going to be honest with you, if you adopt this way of thinking, Will, it's on a downward trajectory. Reason being, because the more drugs you have, the more your rational capacity will deteriorate. It will affect your senses. Let me give you an example. If someone's high on cocaine, would you trust them to drive 90 miles an hour on the motorway with you in the back?
Probably.
You would, Honestly, hand on your heart. The reason why I think, do you see, you've actually proven my point.
Maybe.
You've proven my point that eventually it's going to lead to your demise. It's going to lead to problems. You're on the back. Sorry, you're in the back. The guy is high. Hallucinations is what that this guy's going to be seeing. Not cars, not the road. He's going to be seeing all sorts of things. 80, 90 miles an hour is dangerous.
But isn't it like
you're dead. No more will.
But it's like
the book of will gets closed.
We all take a risk though, and by doing everyday stuff, like about the road. But
this isn't everyday stuff though, isn't it? The guy's high on cocaine, Will, and you've agreed to sit in the back of his car, and he's going 80, 90 miles an hour.
I would say that.
But then again, you wouldn't stand in front of a car. There you're saying the risk isn't worth it, but in the back with a dope head, you're saying it's worth it. Do you see the two examples and how your answers are contradictory?
I do.
That's why, Will.
I can smell weed, so I'm smoking weed right now. But
your weed senses are tingling. But that's what I'm saying, Will. Look, I'm going to level with you, So I can go into rationality, I can go into philosophy and all that. But bottom line, Will, is you sit down and you just look up and you just look around. There is no way a person will believe all of this came by chance.
I agree.
All of this is superfluous. All of this is random. It holds no significance. We are all gods. When we go to the toilet and we take a dump, we get diarrhea. Some people get chronic diarrhea. Now, no matter how much you want to put this, you can't claim, chronic diarrhea. You can't say chronic diarrhea is a placebo effect. You can't.
I would.
Getting punched in the face and bleeding. That's a placebo effect. Like, it's not. There's
still real, but it's just you create it.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is that what you're doing is you're giving too much preference of the mental and the physical. I'm saying marry the two, Will. The husband and the wife, marry the two. Marry the two, and then you will see life.
No, I agree.
Do you see? If you don't marry the two, you're not going to see life. That's how these things work, Will.
If you could give me one piece of advice,
sure, of course.
What would it be?
My advice to you, Will, would be, and you've already anticipated it, because you're an intelligent guy, and which is, and I'm going there, is because if I believe that there is one God who's independent, and who can help you in the most difficult of times, He is communicating to you, not in a hairy-fairy sort of way, but in book form. You can read that book yourself. You can think I'm a good speaker, you know, we had a good conversation, but there is no book, whether it's J.K. Rowling, J.R.R. Tolkien, or, you know, William Blake, Shakespeare, whatever. There is no author better than God himself. So I would advise you, Will, to read the Quran.
Happily.
And Will, I would say, do it when you're not intoxicated, and do it when you're just chilling. Let's just say you're in the park, just rest under a tree, open it randomly. Open it randomly. Bro, can you do me a favor? Can you get the Quran from Ali's table, please? Please. So I'm gonna gift you a Quran now, and Will, this is going to be the most profound thing and the most profound gift that you will ever receive in your life. And the reason being, Will, everything else is okay with the trajectory you're taking. Oh yeah, smoke weed every day. You heard that, isn't it? It's part. Jazakallah, bro. Jazakallah. So smoking weed, bro, it's fine. If something happens to you, you go to, you know, counselor, therapist, you go to doctors, they prescribe you pills, rehab that. You're pumping more money into the system, Will. Whatever happens, Will, system that we're in don't want you to be independent. But I'm going to be honest, Will. If you are searching for things in drugs, what you are searching, you're not going to find it in drugs. I'll tell you why. What do you think sounds more profound? I took cocaine and then I, you know, felt something which could be something that I imagined, or I reflected, I pondered, and then the answer became clear to me. Because we believe, Will, every person that's on this planet, that's a human being, is born with an innate disposition. We call it the fitrah. But Justin Barrett of Oxford University, he has this study, you can check it. Everybody is inclined to believing in one God. Everybody. So this inclination is within you, Will. And all I'm saying is, you are, you know, people say, oh, are we physical having a spiritual experience, or are we spiritual having a physical experience? As Muslims, we say you're spiritual having a physical experience. So you just need to reflect on the Quran when you're not high, and just look within you. What does Will say? No, I could stand in front of a car and it's a placebo effect, or I could get stabbed. Will, we both know you're not going to stand in front of a car. You're not going to get into a car with a guy who's hopped up on cocaine, because you know it doesn't work like that. How old are you?
20.
And you're working as a counselor. So there's already presuppositions here. You are looking at theories of Freud, of Jung, and all of these dons. So you're already accepting science. You're already accepting theory. You're accepting our conceptual, our understanding of the mind. You taking drugs presupposes that you understand how the human body works. The mere fact, bro, that you said, oh, I want a cigarette, or I'm drinking water, bro, if it was in your mind, you would have worked. If it was Ramadan, I wouldn't.
I'd probably struggle.
Nah, bro, I would not. There would be no water here. I'd be standing here because I did, and I'd just power through it. But that's what I'm saying. Everything that you're searching for in drugs, Will, it's in here. It's in here. And what I'm saying, Will, is, be it drugs, be it your understanding of reality, give this a chance. And I understand that there's other belief systems that will tell you, no, take this belief, take that belief. Will, no one can tell you that this is the same book that was 1400 years ago. This is the same book that you can get manuscripts in this country. This is the same book that you can verify yourself. This is the same book, Will, that in the right hands, this will be awesome for you. So I'm respectful of your time. You've been so polite. This is you're British, yeah. This is what I love about Brits. You know what I'm saying? That polite and sincere. So Will, this is all I want you to do. Even when you're going down, are you going by tube, by bus?
Train.
You're gonna be there.
I'll give it a ring.
Give? No. What I'm saying, Will, is even when you just look, even when you're just looking out, just reflect on some of the ones that I've said. Even just open the book. In fact, open it at a random page.
Let's give it
and point. Point randomly. Here, yeah? 48?
Yeah. No, with that one.
49, yeah? Okay. Let me read 49 now.
Okay. To be fair, it looked good.
And when adversity touches man, he calls upon us. Then when we bestow on him a favor from us, he says, I have only been given it because of my knowledge. Rather, it is a trial, but most of them do not know.
I like that.
This encapsulates our whole discussion. When you said, look, this is what Allah is saying. He says, who says? Will says, I have only been given it because of my knowledge. This whole discussion has been, it depends on my experience. It depends what book I've read. So what is your morality based upon? Me. The book of Will. Now the book of Will has become the book of?
The Quran.
The book of Allah. The book of Allah. So Will, that's all I want you to do, mate. Just think about this, reflect on this, read the Quran, and trust me, bro, with you, honestly, I hope that come again sometime in Speaker's Corner and then we'll touch base. It would be cool to see where your journey has taken you to and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
thank you.
My pleasure, bro.
I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. And thank you for your time as well, bro.
That's alright. Do I have to?
You don't have to do anything.
Is it calm to just put it in the bag?
It's English, so you can. It's calm.
1 hour 4 minutes.
Come on. Come on.
I appreciate that.
No, it's my pleasure, bro. It was cool. It was like having a chat in it. You know, after a while, we didn't even think these things were here. I'm here as well. I have a YouTube channel called Smile2Jannah. But even then, I'm here every now and then. All my friends want to be at that table. Maybe that table has a nice design. Pop along and say, I spoke to another Muslim, handsome guy. He said he's your friend. I had some other questions. Go for it, bro. We're here. Take care, bro. No sun, man. I'm in transition. Yes.